It's Owens. Turning it on. The 50. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all play. Touchdown, Aggie.
Yeah, these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And they tacked on the extra point. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Scanning the field, it's Hoover. Makes the catch, it's Richards. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to be the end of season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Rush right in his face. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down. He tried to get it on his own.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. It was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Well, here's a classic sunshine situation early in the game. We're going to see a few of these as the game goes on. The defense getting that stop on 4th down in their opponent territory. The offense now has an opportunity to come out here and maybe take a shot in this sudden change situation, see if they can catch the defense napping.
Reed looking to the big tight end. Got it in the middle. It's Riley. And he found all kinds of room. And
What's going on, Council? What's up, bro?
Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
the Aggies come to the line on the heels of that big pass play.
Blue 22.
Changing the routes with his receiver.
Bender. King.
Moving the pocket, it's Reed. Oh, pressure's coming. Out wide left, it's Horton. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get up.
What up?
Extra yards after the catch.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's fourth down. Fourth down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
A field goal here would make it a two-possession game, but they elect to leave the offense on the field on fourth down. Trying to ball his way in. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. On the return, it's Beebe. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Takes the handoff. It's Richard. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. They give it to him again. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Hoosiers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to pass, it's Hoover. And the quarterback couldn't withstand the heat, and he will go down as we played 1 quarter. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. This offense had a little
I'm
extra
pretty
time to
sure.
go back. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. On play action. He took a hit as he threw it. Couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down.
Bro.
And that's the
Punt
problem
ball.
as an offense, man. You get in these 3rd and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so...
Oh, the fake. They snapped it to the up man. He's on the move. Breaks into the open.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Short and they hit it. From the beginning.
He almost got that shit too, bro.
They run the fake punt, they're ready for it, they make the tackle, and they stop them short.
Making the adjustment.
Win, magic.
Throwing Reed. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Riley. They bring it down, but the big play will move the stick.
He almost got that shit.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19.
Keep.
Looking for space. It's Owens. They didn't get a push.
Uh,
No gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Stay. Foul. Ninja.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Buying time to his right. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. I will say this. I do want to get him in the end zone. I don't want to run him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want him to be physical. And that's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, like, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Yeah, they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4.
Ready.
Jesus.
Turn that into a productive run.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
They'll go jumbo package, 3 tight end set on 3rd and goal. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead. They'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 3rd and goal for the offense. Powers forward. And he's in.
That's a skunk.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. So that drive covered just 44 yards. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. From deep, it's Preston. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The give on the counter. Defense all over it. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Off play action. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd down play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. And he drops it.
That's crazy.
His eye off of it at the last minute.
Offense couldn't get anything going in rhythm there. They're just trying to give themselves some space. Couldn't come up with a completion on 3rd down. Looks like they're going to be punting.
But guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Fires to the wideout. And he is stopped short. The defense gets it done. just stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the play. Here's Reed to throw. Finds a man in the middle. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Left side, it's Preston.
Yo.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Wow, they've been waiting for that play, right? They haven't been throwing it a lot. They've been real sluggish. They've got no points on the scoreboard. And now they come up with an explosive play in the passing game to get them in a position to score some points here, hopefully a touchdown, before this first half closes out.
Right side, it's Richard. Huge play there.
I suck at
Close
coverage.
territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 46.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
It doesn't matter who it is, receivers, in this case, a tight end. You get open, you sometimes start to look at that green space in front of you, and you just take your eye off the football, lose your concentration a little bit, and miss that opportunity for possibly a big play.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Out wide left, it's Richard. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And you get more and more hits in the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that process. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. The Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him. They fake it again. Pretty soon you keep faking it. It's not really a fake. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a turnover button so you could just punt that thing away. He's changing the play. Reed. Out wide right, it's Kramer. Pulled to the ground.
That was a nice catch right near the line of scrimmage. Man, you want to get some yak after the catch and try to make a play, but that defense was right on him, got him on the ground too quick.
And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on 2nd down. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Texas A&M has it teed up to start this second half. He'll bring it out. It's Beebe. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Left side, it's Marsh.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion.
Single slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
To the air, it's Hoover. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. Well, pick six. He takes it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Got 8 on first down. Now looking at a 2nd and 2. Rides to the back. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Hoover. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Good gain on the return. This defense has set them up with a big play.
This quarterback is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde. What we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Ready? White. Strong 9. White. 9.
Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, it's Moore. There he goes. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And it's going to be interesting to watch watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And the Aggies just got that huge run. They'd love another explosive play.
Ready, ready. Black 18. Black 18.
Making the adjustment on the play. Reed. Look out. And they got him.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack.
Bender. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver.
To the air, it's Reed. Still looking to his right. Blasted as he lets it go. Right side, it's Craven. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Keeps it himself. The pitch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4.
Blue 22. Blue 22.
Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
Lily.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter.
Ready. Black 14. Black 14.
We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. And he avoids the sack.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes, but 4th and short. Now, decision time, baby.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Right back to the well. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The give. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. A&M comes back out with another first down. Hits inside. It's Owens. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Looking for room. It's Owens. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like, they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work.
Black 18. Black 18.
Hey, we got four. We got four down. Four down.
Quick give. It's Owens. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Might as well run him again. This time there is no running room to be found, and this defense wasn't going to get hit with a big run twice in a row. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them that they had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward,
inside the 15. Here's the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morrow. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, do they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it, because we haven't seen a lot of people week in and week out that has been able to block that big fella.
Throwing Reed. Looking to the big tight end. And to force that one.
How nice is it to have the whole crowd work absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. Just snapping the football, everybody being on time, man. This crowd really affecting the football.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. From the gun on 3rd down, Reed makes the grab. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the 1st down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road,
Here's Reed to throw. Here comes the heat. Intercepted in the first drive. Into the pick.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but lowered your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
Back to throw. It's Sayin. Moving to his left. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Open on the left side of Smith. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
The Buckeyes right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Jackson. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down. 2nd and long here. Wants to throw again. They'll open it up early. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. Running inside. It's Owens. He's past the marker. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for this offense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Long way to go on 2nd down. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Reed makes the grab. It's Riley. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Run inside. It's Owens. They pulling down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Trying to get the corner. He'll pitch it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you can tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. It's complete. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Look, I know this offense didn't have the opening drive of the game they would have liked, but the defense now came away with a massive takeaway. And now you're seeing how that affects the offense. They're
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Aggie.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. That ball.
Q. Ready, go.
Sayin on the play action. Fires to the wideout. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Here we go. Ready. Go.
Keeps it on the option. Nowhere to go on that one. He's going to lose 5.
phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Hines is back in the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball in the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Western.
Wide receiver comes in motion.
Go.
Say it. Gonna take a shot. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Got some room to run. The 20. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Texas A&M will line up with a first and goal.
Here we go. Ready. Red 80. Keep. Shoot.
Owens. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Back to throw, it's Reed. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. Fired in from the red zone for the score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half.
Sweep, sweep. Blue, blue, blue.
Gets the back moving. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough.
Break. Over.
These corners going to give them some space. Motion from the back. Sayin rushes on. A strike downfield. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10.
Freeze.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Drops back, it's Sayin. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Corner's going to give them room. Throwing, Sayin. Lets it fly deep downfield. In the end zone, he's got it. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Again, it's Sayin. He's in there for the 2-point conversion, but now they're just down 6.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore, so you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
But we're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense can do. You've got to make them pay for gambling like that.
Throws to the wideout. Got a man. It's Horton. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Reed. Under pressure. Going to try to get it himself. Turning it on. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. It's first and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. Driving forward, it's Morrill. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's second and goal. On the run, it's Owens. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Aggies. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he's going to bring this one out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Here's Sayin to throw. Move to his right. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. They'll stop him at the 37, and the defense comes up with a big pick. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Straight ahead, it's Owens. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Back to pass, it's Reed. Rolls right. Out wide right, it's Craver. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to him in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Throwing Reed. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Keeps it. It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around, he's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble and recovering? A great job by the defense, continue to chase that QB.
Drops back on first down. Escapes the pressure to his right. He's going to take off. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys, he could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the first down.
They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Here's Julian saying to throw. Right side, it's Jackson.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
They'll try to spread out this defense on 2nd and 3 with a 4 wide out set. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Fires toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score. And fall to the turf, it'll be 3rd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. And as he throws, pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Sayin to throw for it on 4th. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown! And once he found open space, the man might as well start playing.
Last 4 minutes in the first half, first 4 minutes in the second half. That is a time window that oftentimes determines games. And we're seeing it potentially happen here. There's critical the offense is able to go down, drive the field, and score a touchdown here late in the first half, knowing they get the ball back first in the second half. And if they go out right away in the second half and good things happen, this game takes on a completely different feel.
Not much drives. Oh, he dropped it! Oh, it's loose! They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And the Aggies will line up to kick off and start the second half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
Defense is all about creating negative plays. He does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off, he takes off, and gets a positive gain.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on the line. Single receiver. Return. Ready, go.
Say it. Got his man downfield. At the 40, there he goes. Makes the grab in their space. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he got away from the lead, they had no shot at catching. That was a lightning fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
We're going to struggle for more drives like that together. Man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And they did make the extra Gets away from one. Finds some space. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. From this spot on the field, that will be a 53-yard field goal, but they'll lead the offense out there and try to pick up the first on fourth down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Fourth down, Reed. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on fourth down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on fourth down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be. It's just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Able to haul it in, and right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Just barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Ready? Shift. Go, go.
Zayn. Buying time to his right. The throw. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long.
Ready? Blue 30, blue 30. Blue, blue, blue. Rock, rock, rock. Where did he go?
Zayn back to the air. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Black 18. Black 18. Go, go.
They give it back to him. Breaks into the open. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get it going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And listen, the QB gave everything he had, right? He tried to get the first down. He even laid out. He wasn't worried about getting whacked. He tried to get the first down. Good effort, but just comes up a little bit short.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10.
Down. Ready. Blue 22. Blue 22. Go.
Throwing. Say it. Whips it out in the flat. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 of the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
Break. Let's go.
We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th.
Break.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
Ready, ready. Red 18. Red 18. Where did he go?
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They keep pushing forward. Now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6.
Hey, check it. Check. 36-92, lumber check. Ready, go.
They'll go play action with Sayed. The offense coughs it up. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it.
When you put together drives and you've got to really get focused when you get down here towards the red zone and execute. But the main thing you have to have, you can't turn the football over. You've got to understand that points are at a premium. We're in the second half of a really closely contested football game. You cannot turn the football over.
Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
Well, they say you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, David, the defense dialed it up at the perfect time, and what a tackle.
Great tackle. I'm surprised, honestly, he held on to the football. That is what you want. You want physical knockbacks. When you're on defense, you watch the tape. Coach is like, is the running back falling forward? If he's falling forward, we're not doing our job. There was no falling forward on that one.
And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a full quarter lead. But they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. Stop right there.
And in that situation, the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism of this defense. They've got guys flying to the ball.
Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. They move on top here in the 4th. Lining up for the PAT. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. Move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure, every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Offenses are doing such a great job now with so many wide receivers on the field that they get good matchups and they just attack you to make big plays.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down.
Go.
Play fake, say it. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Breaks away on the left. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a 1st down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
The offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Here's Sayin to throw. Buys time to his left. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeye!
Great job with the score. And listen, right here at this point in the game, there's still going to be time left. My defense is going to have to make a stand regardless. I'm going to kick the extra point because I think they'll still against me if I go for a
These guys are going for 2.
Ready. We're ready, 5. Showtime, baby. Showtime. Hey, check it. 62-24, oh.
They're going to run it. He gets it into the end zone. The two-point try is good, and the late gamble pays off by giving them the lead. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Well, it's one thing to be aggressive, it's another thing to be greedy, and that's what they're doing now. They've got the lead, and they're like, no, we're still going to go onside kick this thing and try to maintain possession. We're just not going to move the ball back. That's exactly what they did. They go out, they execute the habit, they tried to add insult to injury.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. The give to the back. They pull him down, but he's got enough. It'll be a first down for this offense.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
And it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage, they can't get it done, and it is over.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. Here's Julian saying to throw. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. He's brought down the one. A play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. The offense will use the timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. And the Buckeyes will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Sayin. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
Man, he almost throws another one. And I tell you what, it's just been one of those days. Sometimes it's not your day, and just turning the ball over like you're a nonprofit, man, just giving it away. This offense has been reckless. It's been careless. They've got to do a better job of
And he's got it for a touchdown, and that was just fine to it. Interesting decision here. They make the two-possession game, 9-point lead.
29 belts. 28-29 belts. Ready, go.
Again, it's Sayin. Out wide left, it's Jackson. They run it into the end zone. The two-point try is good, and now they're run by 9 in the 4th. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And how about the philosophy of this team? Aggressive, aggressive, and more aggressive. You got the lead. You're winning, right? And you don't have to kick an onside, but I'm kicking an onside. And they get it. Nice aggressive mindset, and it's rewarded.
Single receiver. Go, go.
Sayin. He'll take a deep shot here. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Wants to throw. It's Reed. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Reed. Right side, it's Riley. Just steamrolling the defense. They'll bring him down as he bulks up those numbers, but not the most important one as they'll come up short in this game. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College.
Yo, this game is fucking trash, bruh. Like, fuck this game, bruh. This shit is fucking trash, bruh.
Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the guard, it's Hill. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
What a great play
Rodgers gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Alabama may always be built on the run, but these days they elevate with a high-flying pass game.
And great coaches evolve. And we've seen the evolution of this Alabama offense over the last several years. And it's not just run. It's not just eat clock. It is be aggressive, attack, make big plays down the field.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger physical running backs you'll see in the country. We're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Russell on play action. They're all over it. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long. Containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Russell from the gun on third down. He took a hit as he threw it. Couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
That back had nowhere to go. Defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebackers swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. Able to to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Making the adjustment. Fresh set of downs going up top. Takes a hit as he fired. On target to the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. That'll be first down. The Bulldogs are moving quickly down the field. They'll give to Frazier.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up, you can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup for 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Kept the last one on the ground. Now they'll throw. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Back to pass. It's Stockton. Got his man. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. The Dogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air.
I know Georgia's always been known to run the football. They always want to be really physical, but it starts up front. They always seem to have great units on the offensive line. Guys that communicate and guys that get pushed. And they've put many running backs into the NFL, but it's because of these big old hog mollies up front.
On first down, Nate Frazier blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Still nothing on the board as we open up play here in the second quarter. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Quarterback changing the play. Second down, gonna throw it. Working that left side now. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Stepping to the right. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Hits inside. It's Frazier. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And how about this drive this offense has put together, man? You're kind of backed up. You just want to get some good field position. Now they've converted the sticks, moved the ball down the field, now set up first and goal, a chance to continue their physicality, own the line of scrimmage, and finish this long drive.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal. Here's Nate Frazier. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
This defense has forced a couple of third downs, but they haven't been able to get off the field. Can they force the field goal attempt on third and goal? Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Wilson. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
Man, those fourth down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Cuts it upfield. It's Hill.
Man, not much room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. A lot of men. The offensive lineman pushes the ball backwards and makes some goals.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Now here's Russell. Gets rid of it. Got his man. And that'll be enough for the first down. A gain of 13 on the play, and the clock stops for the 2-minute timeout.